Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 266, and this is my weekly meal plan episode. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor, and we'll get right into the show. Hi everyone, welcome back to my weekly meal plan. This is just a quick episode each week where I share with you what's on my meal plan for my family for the upcoming week, just in case maybe you need some ideas or some motivation to get your meal plans together. I do not always have new recipes on this episode. This is my family's actual real meal plan each week, and we don't always make new recipes. It's a lot of rotating the same types of meals. I do try and throw in something new here or there, but a lot of times it's kind of the same thing, rotating over a period of time. I think meal planning is really important for saving money and reducing stress, trying to figure out what you're going to make for dinner. And it also helps you waste less food because you're just buying what you need to cook for the week. So that's why I thought, when I created this weekly meal planning episode, it was just to kind of maybe help others out with those types of things. So this week's meal plan starts on Saturday, January 8th. So for Saturday, I'm going to be making the world's best lasagna, which is from allrecipes.com. And it's a lasagna it's a meat lasagna. It's got Italian sausage and ground beef in it. Other than that, it's just like your typical lasagna dish. And then I'm going to be making vegetarian stuffed peppers on the side, which is from cookieandkate.com. I know stuffed peppers wouldn't necessarily be a normal side dish for lasagna. It's kind of more of a main dish on its own, but my one daughter doesn't eat meat. So since I'm doing like a meat lasagna, I was going to do the vegetarian stuffed peppers for her, and then for anybody else, obviously, that wants them on the side. So for Sunday, I'm going to be doing French dip sandwiches. Now this, I don't have a link for the recipe, but I will share on the blog post how to make them. It's so easy. You literally put like 4 ingredients in the crock pot, one of those being the meat, 2 of those being soup packets, or like one's like a soup packet, one's a gravy packet, and one's a can of beef broth, and that's it. These come out so good. And then we just serve them on like rolls with like Swiss cheese, or you could do provolone cheese or whatever. And then on the side, I'm going to do broccoli cheese casserole, which is from addapinch.com. And I haven't actually made this before, but it looked like it would be good. It's kind of like a broccoli casserole that it has Ritz crackers like crumbled on top and cheddar cheese. It's more kind of like something I would typically make for like a holiday, but I don't know. It sounded good, and I thought it would go good with the French dip sandwiches, so we're going to try that for this Sunday. For Monday, we are doing ribeye steak. We do steak like once every 4 weeks on Mondays. So I don't have a recipe for the steak, but what I do is I just marinate it with some Montreal steak seasoning and some olive oil and red wine vinegar, and then I'll cook it under the broiler. And then I'm also going to be making Parmesan herbed noodles, which is from tasteofhome.com. It's really just like basically like buttered egg noodles with some herb seasoning. And then I'm also going to be making air fryer Brussels sprouts, which is from allrecipes.com, which is one of my favorite ways to make Brussels sprouts. For Tuesday, we always do some type of Mexican theme on Tuesday. So this week it's sheet pan chicken fajitas, which is from foodnetwork.com. It's just your typical sheet pan fajita recipe. It's like the chicken and the peppers and onions on a sheet pan with some seasoning, and those cook in the oven. And then I'm going to make quinoa and black beans, which is from allrecipes.com, for my daughter who doesn't eat the chicken fajitas. For Wednesday, we usually do seafood on Wednesdays. So this week we are doing bacon wrapped barbecue shrimp, which is from allrecipes.com. I always share when I make this recipe, I don't actually wrap the shrimp in the bacon. I just cut the bacon in like little squares and kind of place it on the sheet pan all over top of the shrimp. And it just kind of cooks all together like that, but it's not actually wrapped. It saves a ton of time, and it comes out really good that way. So that's what I'm doing for that. And then I'm also just going to make some veggie fried rice. This one, again, I don't have a recipe to share, but I'm pretty much just cooking up some white rice, cooking up some stir fry vegetables and mixing them together. I probably will cook up some egg first too, and then mix that in at the end, and then just season with some soy sauce. So just like a real simple fried rice. For Thursday, I'm doing Instant Pot Tuscan white bean and lentil soup. This is from cookinglight.com. This is one of my favorite Instant Pot soups. If you like, lentils and white beans, it comes out so quick and easy in the Instant Pot. That's like one of my favorite soups to make on our soup day, which is Thursday. We usually do either soup and grilled cheese or like breakfast for dinner. So this week we're doing soup, and then I will be making some grilled cheese sandwiches on the side when the soup is done. So the last meal on this week's meal plan is for Friday, January 14th, and I'm going to be doing Jenny O's best ever meatloaf, which is from allrecipes.com. And this is just the meatloaf that I've kind of always made for my kids when they were growing up. So that's what we make. It's made with ground turkey, and it's got like ketchup and Worcestershire sauce and eggs and all that kind of stuff. I'm also going to be making 5-ingredient Instant Pot mac and cheese, which is from foodnetwork.com. And this is just a really quick Instant Pot mac and cheese. If you have an Instant Pot, it just throws together really quickly. And then I'm just going to be doing like a bag of frozen vegetables on the side with all that, like the Steam Fresh kind. I just usually keep some of those in the freezer so I can just grab one and put it in the microwave real quick. So that's it for this week's meal plan. Don't forget the recipes can be found for the ones that are from like a website. Those recipe links will be on the blog post on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. Don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. You can also find blog posts, like I said, for my other episodes, but then also for these meal plans on lolasfrugallife.com. And if you'd like to join our private listeners group on Facebook, it's at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or Spotify, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I can see you're listening. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast, that would be really helpful for me. That is what boosts my show in the search results when people are looking for a podcast of this type. There's also a link to financially support the show if that's something you're interested in the episode details. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day. Today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. If there is something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it's professional counseling done securely online. There is a broad range of expertise available, which may not be available to you locally. The service is available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit betterhelp.com/Lola, that's better HELP, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Lola's Frugal Life listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Lola.